When I first started my utility warehouse business back in October 2022, my biggest reason for doing so was because I wanted to be able to offer people a way out of the financial crisis. At the time, I had just completed my master's degree in music performance. However, I didn't see a future for me in the music industry, and I still don't. In music, the realistic ways of making a regular income are either through performance, stock music licensing, or teaching. Although my degree was in performance, I don't consider myself to be an exceptional performer. Teaching was not a way forward, as I don't want to work with teenage kids who don't really want to be there. That left stock music licensing. This third option is inconsistent. I couldn't say I earned a set amount, because as a stock music composer, your income fluctuates from month to month. Sometimes you'll have a good month where you earn lots of money. However, some months will pay hardly anything. It's not a realistic opportunity for me. By helping as many people as possible to save as much money as possible on their energy and telecoms bills, I am helping myself too. The money is great. So, it's a commission-only business. However, the commission is excellent, and the more people I help, the more passive income will build up over a long period of time. Passive income is great because it is the act of doing a job once and getting paid over and over from it for years to come. Most people will trade their time for money, being stuck on a few quid an hour. When you're making passive income, you're not trading your time for a one-time payment. You're trading your time for a payment that will pay you again and again, for the rest of your life. If you would like to learn more about how you can make a realistic income with Utility Warehouse, please make a one-to-one appointment with me on Calendly. The link for my Calendly diary page is in the video description below. Anyway, that's enough about me. Let's talk more about you and how you can help yourself to save on your household energy bills. Section 1. Energy Efficiency Upgrades. You should note here that many of the tips mentioned throughout this video will cost you something up front. However, once paid for and installed, these measures will be recuperated quickly, and then some. For instance, I was networking with a man who has installed solar panels, and for his utility warehouse services, gas, electric, mobile, broadband and insurance, he pays just £100 per month, which here in the UK is completely bonkers. How is it that someone will pay up to £900 or even £1,000 per month for electricity, when this guy just pays £100 for all of his household services combined? Crazy. Tip 1. Install solar panels. As I just said, this can be an expensive thing to install, but if all you pay for the next X number of years is £100 per month, it will be money well spent. I used to know an elderly couple in the road where we lived a few years ago who used so little energy from their solar panels that they were actually selling electricity back to the electricity board and making a profit from having their solar panels in use. Tip 2. Upgrade to energy-efficient windows. Again, this will be an expensive move at first. However, those winter months will be much warmer and your electricity bills won't be quite as drastic as they used to be. Tip 3. Insulate your attic and walls. There used to be a government scheme that would pay for cavity wall insulation. You could only get it if you met specific criteria, if you were in receipt of certain state benefits, or if you were on a low income and under the poverty line. The great thing about cavity wall insulation is that it keeps you warm in the winter and cooler in the summer. Therefore, you never get too hot or too cold. It's a great benefit of using this government scheme. Tip 4. Seal any potential air leaks. If there are any air leaks or potential air leaks, you can weather strip them to prevent energy leaking out, resulting in big energy bills. Tip 5. Upgrade to a smart thermostat. Ask your energy provider if they are able to offer a smart thermostat. Some energy companies may well be able to offer such things. I don't know whether Utility Warehouse offer free smart thermostats, but I can see that they can be a good reason to switch. The very fact that you can keep an eye on how much energy you are using will enable you to keep your costs down and allow you to monitor where the energy is going. Tip 6. Replace old HVAC, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning units. Installing a modern, new and energy-efficient HVAC system will lower your energy bills and help you to keep costs down and more money in your pocket. Tip 7. Install a heat pump. A heat pump is a more energy-efficient alternative to traditional heating or cooling. Tip 8. Conduct an energy audit. Conducting an energy audit will allow you to identify inefficiencies and help you to prioritize your list of upgrades and replacements. This is particularly important as you probably don't have all the money that is necessary for upgrades right now. If you are spending only £100 on your bills and you have money left over, you can save for those upgrades and replacements from the money that you used to spend on an expensive electricity bill. Tip 9. Install underfloor heating. Underfloor heating is a more efficient and comfortable way of warming your home. Although I have always considered radiators to be the best way of heating your property, experts say that underfloor, otherwise known as radiant, heating is even better than having radiators. Tip 10. Install outdoor solar power lighting. Solar power lighting is very affordable and a lot of households use them, but what is the point of paying for their electricity cost when you can get this energy for free? That's right, sunlight is completely free. Therefore, you just have to use it. It really makes sense. Such lighting can be great for security lighting, to keep your pets company or just to make the garden look nice. Section 2. Lighting and electrical upgrades. Tip 11. Switch to LED bulbs. If you use as much light as we do, switching your bills to utility warehouse would be a wise decision. Our 8-year-old son can't sleep with the light off. If he was to wake up and find the light turned off, we would soon hear about it. Luckily, he has an LED bulb in his bedroom. This lasts on average for 10 years, so he's not come to the end of the life cycle of a light bulb yet. However, that is not the only benefit of having an LED bulb. With an LED bulb, you can use 20 watts of electricity, but it would light the room as if there was an 80-watt bulb. Therefore, it uses much less electricity and costs a lot less to run. Tip 12. Install motion sensors. Unfortunately, as you may have gathered, my son wouldn't want motion sensors in his room. It would only be good if he was active or was a sleepwalker. I've only slept-walked once. On that occasion I ended up outside in my boxer shorts. We had motion sensors when I was working at Regis. This was great for security as well as being more energy efficient. Coming into the office, we needed key cards to come through the door, but when we left, there were motion sensors that would unlock the door when you waved your hand in front of it. Tip 13. Use Smart Power Strip. Smart power strips automatically turn the power off when electrical devices aren't in use. Therefore, they save a lot of electricity. This means you will also have cheaper energy bills. Tip 14. Upgrade electrical consumer units. A consumer unit is otherwise known as an electrical panel in the United States. However, here in the United Kingdom, we call them consumer units. This is often abbreviated to just CU. The role of the consumer power is to ensure your home is capable of operating different devices. It is best to ensure that your consumer panel is capable of handling energy-efficient devices, as some of the older alternatives are unable to do so. Tip 15. Install solar-powered outdoor lighting. The great thing about using solar-powered lighting is that there is no cost for sunlight. Such lighting is inexpensive and you should be able to pick up the ideal solution for your property for £20 or somewhere in that region. Section 3. Water and plumbing efficiency. Tip 16. Install low-flow taps. Low-flow taps give you just as much water as you need without the risk of wasting water and so costing you a fortune for water you haven't even used. Therefore, your water bills will be lower and you can free up some cash for where you really need it. Tip 17. Collect rainwater for the garden. Instead of turning to the good old hosepipe at a time when it is banned, it is better to collect rainwater that you can use on your garden from the rain. This means that you don't need to run your taps in order to water your garden. Therefore, you save water and the money that it costs to run it. Tip 18. Upgrade to energy-efficient appliances. Although they may cost a little more to purchase, it is a good idea to make the extra investment. The extra initial outlay will soon be recuperated by lower energy bills and you will be glad that you upgraded to those more energy-efficient alternatives. Section 4. Smart Home and Automation. Tip 19. Automate blinds and curtains. If you can automate the opening and closing of your blinds and curtains, you can keep your home brighter in the day and warmer, cozier and more private and secure at night. Having the curtains and blinds open in the day will boost mental health and make you feel much better. There is nothing gloomier than a room with closed curtains throughout the day. Therefore, you should do yourself a favor and open the blinds. Tip 20. Invest in a solar-powered home battery system. A solar-powered home battery system can store electricity that the solar panels generate from the sun so that you can keep it for a later time when you require it. Altogether, solar panels are a godsend for homes worldwide and not just in the UK. Therefore, if you can possibly afford them, they are a must-have and are likely to overtake all other forms of electricity generation in the future. Tip 21. Upgrade to smart ceiling fans. Smart ceiling fans use less energy while keeping the room comfortable. They can keep the air warm in the winter, cool in the summer, and maintain efficient air circulation at the same time. Tip 22. Install a grey water recycling system. Grey water recycling systems divert used water from the sinks and showers to be used for garden irrigation, toilets, and in the washing machine. Therefore, it cuts the water bill in half and makes the home a much more affordable place to run. Section 5. Renewable and alternative energy. Tip 23. Install a small wind turbine. In the UK, you would install a small wind turbine either on an outbuilding or on a garage roof. It should be at least 5 to 10 meters off the ground. However, these kinds of electricity generation can be less efficient due to turbulence from nearby buildings. Tip 24. Use geothermal heating and cooling. Geothermal temperature modification allows for the extraction of heat from underground. Typically, it would be 10 to 12 degrees and enable you to either cool or heat your home with extreme efficiency. Tip 25. Consider a solar water heater. As I have already mentioned in this article, solar power allows you to extract electricity from the heat of the sun without cost. Therefore, heating your water with solar-powered water heating is an extremely efficient and cost-free way of keeping the water warm and ready for use throughout the day. Some examples of a bill from Utility Warehouse. We rent our home from a private landlord and therefore we aren't able to get the very best price from Utility Warehouse as a result. However, we get all of our home services, gas, electricity, mobile and Wi-Fi for only £230 per month. When you consider that most homeowners will pay more than £230 per month for their electricity bills alone, you can see the remarkable difference that being a Utility Warehouse customer can offer. I was speaking with a lady this morning who pays less than £200 for her home services with Utility Warehouse and she lives in the London area. Anyone who lives in the UK knows that the cost of living in London is higher than anywhere else in the country. Do you love your current energy provider? If you would love to see the back of your current provider and experience the thrills of having more money in your pocket and pay less for your bills, you are welcome to learn more about Utility Warehouse by booking a slot with me on my Calendly link. You can find this in the video description below. We can investigate your services together and see if we can save you money on what you are already paying. Please note that you are not under any obligation to switch at any time during our one-to-one consultation. Thank you for watching this video. I aim to bring you regular videos about saving money in the UK. It is my goal to make these just as helpful as this one. So, please don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. When you do subscribe, please also hit the bell so that you are notified whenever there is a new video being released. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.